Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Creekbox TV. I'm Alan Hanley. Got my buddy Daniel Munoz up here with me. We're at the City Hall here in Homerville getting ready for a political forum hosted by the Clinch County Farm Bureau of Homerville, Georgia. We're going to start here at 6:30. All the candidates are showing up. I think we're going to start with the county commissioners first. Then we'll ease over to the sheriff's race and then the probate court. Is that right? I got that. I'm trying to read his lips. Anyway, we start at 6:30. Y'all don't go anywhere. We're going to play some commercials and come back live when Mr. Barry Smith will be asking all the questions today up here for the political candidates that's running for the county commissioner. So y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We'll treat you like good friends and neighbors should at the home of the lifetime warranty, Walker Jones Chevrolet, Memorial Drive in Waycross, and online at walkerjoneschevy.com. Chevy, together let's drive. Walker Jones Chevrolet.
Be merry this holiday season at the Merry Egret, located in the heart of downtown Homerville, Georgia. The largest Christmas decor and holiday showroom south of Atlanta. Come experience the magic of the holiday season with brands such as Christopher Radko, Mark Roberts, and Glitterville, with an extensive selection of tree trimmings, tabletop decor, and holiday-themed gifts. The Merry Egret has everything you need to make every day a holiday. Located in Homerville, Georgia, the Egret House offers the finest selection of bespoke home decor, thoughtfully curated gifts, fresh and permanent florals, jewelry, and bridal registries. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with limited shopping hours on Wednesday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The Egret House is the ultimate shopping destination with gifts for him and her. Don't forget your little ones this holiday season at our newest store, The Little Egret, offering a large selection of children's clothing, toys, paper goods, and baby registries with brands such as Proper Peony, Beaufort Bonnet, Feltman Brothers, Noodle and Boo, and Mary Mary. Merry Egret and The Little Egret are open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. with limited shopping hours Wednesday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join us for the merriest shopping experience in the South.
Crafted with you in mind, our homes are a blend of style and warmth, turning dreams into reality. Whether you're seeking mobile, modular, or manufactured homes, Clayton Homes of Waycross has the perfect fit for you. Join the thousands who've chosen comfort, chosen quality, chosen Clayton Homes. Call today to speak with one of our experienced home consultants, 912-284-1728. We also offer land home packages, Clayton Homes of Waycross.
At Richards in Homerville, Georgia, you'll find the best meats and seafood anywhere around. For all your holiday needs, parties, and special events, we provide catering that will make the occasion one your guests will never forget. Whether it's a wedding, company party, political event, or convention from Savannah to Atlanta and parts beyond. Call Gregory to schedule Richards Catering Service or to purchase their famous barbecue sauce today. 912-487-5822.
Enjoy the Pizza Inn all-day buffet with more than 40 items featuring salads, pasta, desserts, and pizzas located at 501 South City Boulevard in Waycross. Whether you want to dine in or take out, the Pizza Inn in Waycross is the place to go for wonderful pizza and salad bar. Call 912-809-2411 for takeout orders or drop by for a grand dining experience. The Pizza Inn, Waycross, Georgia.
Need a break? Need some quality family time? Get over to Camping World of Valdosta right now. Camping World of Valdosta can put you in an RV for as little as $5 per day. Make your dreams of camping with your family or a road trip across the USA a reality. Experience the freedom that comes with the purchase of an RV from Camping World of Valdosta. Whether it is a purchase of an RV,
maintenance, service, or camping supplies. Camping World of Viability can meet all of your RV needs. So don't put your dreams off another day.
As part of our commitment to convenient healthcare and the highest quality in pharmacy services, Clinch Memorial Pharmacy offers 3 convenient ways for you to get your prescriptions. We offer an easy walk-in location near the ER entrance. Our pharmacist is on site, ready to help if you have any questions. With our curbside pickup options, we will bring the prescriptions to your car. Just call ahead. We also offer a delivery service for prescriptions for patients in Clinch County. Make the change today. Call 912-470-2359 to learn more.
Big Daddy's Bar and Grill, located at 31 East Dame Avenue, Homerville, has the best food and atmosphere anywhere around. Big Daddy's Bar and Grill has a great lunch and dinner menu with a wide variety of your favorite food, including that perfectly grilled steak, wraps, sandwiches, chicken, and salads. Big Daddy's in Homerville also has your favorite drink to go with your meal. Drop by Big Daddy's in Homerville, you won't be disappointed. Big Daddy's Bar and Grill on 84 in Homerville for the best food and drinks around.
At Burt CPAs, helping small businesses with their accounting needs is our business. We have offices in Homerville, Waycross, Alma, and Baxley. Burt's professionals are ready to serve you no matter your location. We are your team for accounting, bookkeeping, tax, and financial advice. In Homerville, call firm partner Adam Toll.
Napa Auto Parts, 255 South Church Street, Homerville, Georgia, is your one-stop for all auto, truck parts, tools, equipment, and accessories. Napa Auto Parts has been a name you can trust in Homerville for many years. If Napa does not have the item you need in stock, the friendly, knowledgeable, and efficient personnel at Napa Auto Parts will have it for you the next day. Open at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. on Saturday, Napa Auto Parts in Homerville is a name you can trust. Napa Auto Parts in Homerville.
From our swing bed service to our primary care practice, and now our new retail pharmacy, Clinch Memorial Hospital is equipped to provide our community the best care right here at home. Dr. Ancor is Clinch Memorial's physician and offers quality care at Clinch Family Practice, where our community can also enjoy spa services. At Clinch Memorial Pharmacy, patients can fulfill their prescriptions conveniently with our curbside pickup services. We also provide the COVID vaccine. Give us a call at 912-470-2359 to schedule yours today.
This is Alan Hanley, and I want to tell you about Dre's Snack Shack. Dre specializes in chicken wings, barbecue, sausage, hot dogs, hamburgers, salads, and a variety of other mouth-watering menu items. So y'all come on down and see Dre at Dre's Snack Shack. He can handle all your catering needs also. The good thing is he stays open late at night after the games. So please come in and see Dre at Dre's Snack Shack.
For the best pizza and wings in town any day of the week, check out Huey's One Stop in Homerville. Drop by, fuel up, and let Mr. Nick Patel and staff serve you some mouth-watering pizza and wings that you won't soon forget. Or just take that favorite pizza and box of wings home. Call 912-487-2338 to order your pizza and wings every Friday night after the game. Huey's One Stop, 193 Church Street, Homerville.
Homerville Jewelers in Homerville is your headquarters for bridal and baby registry. Our newly remodeled location has that special gift for the bride and groom or that perfect gift for the new baby. Homerville Jewelers has the gifts that are suited for any special occasion, whatever it might be. Homerville Jewelers can perform jewelry repairs and offers a variety of diamonds, gold, sterling silver, watches, and necklaces. No need to shop out of town. Homerville Jewelers can supply all your gift and jewelry needs. Let Kathy Townsend and staff serve you at Homerville Jewelers, East Dame Avenue, Homerville.
We'll go ahead and get started. We got everybody in here. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the 2024 Clinch County Political Forum sponsored by Clinch County Farm Bureau. I'm Barry Smith, the County Board of Directors President. On behalf of myself, the rest of the Board of Directors, our Office Manager, Miss India Blanton, and Miss Cassie James, our agent, I want to thank all of y'all for coming out. I want to especially thank them. They've done a tremendous job getting all this ready and all the hard work and all they put in. We did try to be a little professional and have a moderator from out of county scheduled to come, but of course, he called me with a virus and 105 fever and all by 8 o'clock this morning. I said, God bless you, brother, for, at least not wait till 5 o'clock to let me know this evening. But, so I'm going to step up and take over on that. At this time, we would like to ask Brother Paul Fulton, pastor of First Baptist Homerville, if he will come forward and give us the invocation for the evening.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we come before you tonight. We thank you that we live in a country where we can gather and to vote and just choose our own leaders. Lord, I pray for this forum tonight. Lord, I pray that you will be with all of the candidates, that you will give them clarity of mind, that you will let them speak the truth, and that they will share what is really on their hearts. And Lord, I pray that you will help us as a community to make wise choices as we vote in the coming weeks ahead. Lord, we thank you and we love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
We're going to start off, we're going to have our county commissioners, candidates for county commission going first. We'll go through their rounds of questions, and then we'll take a brief intermission. We'll have our candidates for sheriff and probate magistrate come up after that. Just a little bit of housekeeping. We have our timekeeper right down here on the front row. Pretty much everything's going to be on 60 seconds. She's got time cards for each 15 seconds as you go through. And that's pretty much about it. We ain't going to embarrass you nothing once we stop. They ain't got no buzz or anything to go off, but just try to wrap it up when it does get the time. We'll start off down here on this end with Mr. Moylan. We'll let everybody go through and introduce yourself, and we'll get started.
Yes, sir. My name is Henry Moylan. I'm a believer and follower of Jesus Christ. I've served post 5 for 3 terms now, asking you for a 4th term, for your support and your vote in the upcoming election. I want to thank Georgia Farm Bureau for sponsoring this and letting us have this opportunity to come up and speak for the public and let you hear our thoughts and where we're standing at and answer the questions you've sent in.
My name is Chad Brown. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve as your Post 2 County Commissioner over the past years. With your continued support, I will continue to be your County Commissioner. Thank you.
Roger Metz, past 12 years, I've been serving as Post 3 County Commissioner. and I would appreciate the vote, and I would love to continue to serve.
Good evening. My name is Tanya O'Berry. I am a candidate for Post 3. I would first like to thank Mr. Roger for his many years of service, and this certainly isn't anything about a personal attack or anything, but y'all, I would like to see change. I'm a big proponent for change. Change doesn't always mean turn everything upside down, inside out, but sometimes change is about just simply having new vision, new eyes, people who are willing to look and see what can be done, maybe something that we need to look at and try to do. Clinch County used to be a wonderful place to live. It still is. But what is the opportunity for my grandchildren? For my daughter and her husband, we happen to have our own business. They could come to work here. But the farther you get away, what is the opportunity for people in Clinch County? And I would like to be a proponent for change. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is David Hudson. I'm running for County Commissioner Post 5. I decided a couple years ago that I'm going to run for County Commissioner. I realized that, hey, we've got a problem, and that problem is public safety. I decided that, I want to make a change with that. We've got to sit down and discuss our ambulance service. That's not the only thing. We're short-staffed on deputies right now. I mean, it's a scary situation to be living in Clinch County right now. To not know I've got 3 kids. If one of them start, choking or something or anything like that, is it going to take somebody from Lanier County to come over here and, save my kid? Is it going to take them 45 minutes, 60 minutes to get here? I look forward to, bringing change to this community, and, just hope that people vote for me, and hey, let's work.
I'm Kim Sutton. I'm running for County Commission Post 2. I've lived in Clinch County all of my life. I'm married to Roland Sutton. We have 4 grown children. I work for Mauser Packaging as the customer service manager, where I've served them for the last 17 years. I'm a 2023 graduate of the Clinch Leadership Academy, which led me to learn more about our county and the works of our county. I believe that it's time for a change. I've been out and talking with people, and they're ready for a change. And now is the time for that change. And I hope that you will all vote for me in my district, and look forward to serving the citizens of Post 2.
Just keep it down there, and we'll start on that lane and come back up here. First question, it's a question for the incumbents and then a question for the candidates. For the incumbents, what accomplishment are you most proud of or feel like that has happened while you've been on the commission? And for the candidates, what experience do you feel like you have that you can bring that would be beneficial to the commission?
Okay, I'm going to say the thing that I've been the most proud of. I worked with different agencies, different people, and we redid the Macy Brant's playground, George M. Dane Park. It was overgrown. You really couldn't use it, and we went in, worked with different groups, and we completely redid that. It's a place for everyone in the county to use. We're able to, people coming through the county are able to stop and use that park as well. And my experience that I will bring is I'm part of the management team at Mauser Packaging, and I've learned, over the years how to work with different groups to ensure that we accomplish the goal that's set forth for us every day.
First of all, I'd like to say I'm not a politician. I'm nervous. Just go ahead and get out the way. The most experience that I have is, look, I ain't been to college, graduated right here from Clinch County, but I deal with the public every day. As a county commissioner, that is one of your main jobs, is dealing with the people, being a voice for the people, all the people, not just a certain group, but everyone. And that is what I will bring to the table. Look, if you ain't got to be in my district, come to me, talk to me, let me know your problem. I'm here to listen. I'm may not be able to do anything about it, but I will be a listening ear, and I promise you, I will look into it. You know, I have that. I'm ready to listen, and that's what we need.
We think about, well, he mentioned not having a college degree. I have a couple of those, but the degree I'm most proud of is the one that I got at Nick Booth University. I started my life with Daddy. I started working with people when I was 12. Most of the people were older than I was, and I would be in charge of the crew and try to see things done. I'm a hard worker. I love to work, and I love to work and improve things that will benefit people outside of where I'm at. I mean, and I think that's a plus, that we've got to be willing to work together as a group. I'm a team player. I'm able to, like Jacob said, I'm able to listen to people. I'm able to take what the people need and to try to find a common solution. And I think that the experience that I bring could be any number of things, but I think it's the desire that I have to serve my community, whether it's at serving with Huxford as a director, whether it's working on missions at my church. I have a desire to improve the lives and help the people in my community have better opportunities.
As not having to raise county taxes is one of the things that I stand tall on. And we have run a very, very efficient county and saw the needs of most of the citizens of this county. And I wouldn't want it any other way. And if someone calls, any of the commissioners or the office, we jump on whatever they need, whether it's road or what. We are for the people. And we appreciate y'all. And thank you.
Some of the comments we've made since I've been in office, we've not raised taxes since I've been there. We've had a bunch of roads paved, resurfaced, and we're in the process of paving 2 areas in my district right now, which should take place sometime this month. We had the Lakeview extension done years ago. But the main thing I'm proud of is we as a board, we do our best to serve everybody in Clinch County. When somebody calls us and wants something done, we do our best to get on it right then. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to come to the end here. A lot of it's been covered already, but one of the things I'm most proud of is that since I've been there 12 years, we've been able to give 12 clean audits. And so we are physically sound. I will put our county up against anybody's county that's our age or our size. And I imagine, I think we'll probably be in the 90th percentile. We're in excellent shape financially. We have been able to secure a recreation grant of $1.6 million that the Recreation Board and them are working with to be able to implement the grant as it's written. We're in the process of trying to secure monies and funding to be able to tear down the prison over at the Pitt Ridge area and make that and try to clean that up where it looks great. And we're also have a great working relationship with the hospital, and I'm glad to be able to have that.
All right, we'll move on to our next question. Economic growth and development are big parts of a thriving community. Do you feel Clinch County is currently able to welcome new business and/or industry, and what skill set do you bring as being able to help accomplish that for our county?
Well, one thing I think we're very, very, very blessed to have what we have here, and having Mauser, having Lee, having Connors Holdings, having a number of the hospital itself. We are very fortunate to have the employers that we have. Certainly, always looking for new businesses to come in, but what you have to deal with there with new businesses, do you have the personnel to be able to fill that? I'd love to see one of the plants coming down from Atlanta where they're going to be building cars or something like a Kia plant. I don't know if I want them down here or not, but yeah, I would want them down here. But we certainly don't have enough employees in this area to be able to fill something of that nature. But always looking for a small business with 10 to 15 people. Our Blueberry people, they provide a lot of jobs for us throughout this community. I'm very proud of the economic impact this community has, and we are very fortunate and lucky to be able to live in a community like we do?
The county welcomes all new potential business, and we try to take care of the business that's been here for years. And we have a 3-member board on the Development Authority that does a great job trying to recruit new business. But with new business coming, you need a larger labor pool, which means encouraging new housing.
Like Henry said, we're proud of what we've got, and we welcome any business that wants to come in and talk with the industrial authority. We got probably 65 acres of land that's ready to go. It's been built up. It's got a paved road in it, and we're hunting business to come here, but they're hard to come by in a small community with no more workforce than we got.
So what I've heard mentioned primarily has been larger corporations, larger type businesses. As someone who's been in a family business we've had our business over 40 years now, what I see that's lacking in a small town like ours, and Laura Nipper and Main Street has done a fabulous job for the city. I think we need more opportunity in the county, and I agree housing is a problem. Years ago, we've always had this problem, and I think we've somewhat discouraged business because at one time we had the unemployment rate was like 3%, 5%. That means everybody in Clinch County that wants a job had a job. And so we're recruiting people to come in from outside of this county. What can we do? I do think housing is a major problem, and I think that as a county, we need to look at opportunities and make efforts to improve our infrastructure outside of the city limits where we can have more housing, look to set up incentives for people to build places for people to come in. And I think those things would be tremendously helpful, not only for employment at the hospital, but bringing in patients for the hospital and other businesses in this community.
So, I'm a tow truck driver. Pick up a lot of people on the side of the road. I actually had the opportunity to pick up a guy that was living in Valdosta, worked here in Homerville at Malibu. His main thing was there's nowhere to get, So that is something we need to look into. We need to look into whatever we've got to do to get more housing in Clinch County. I have 3 kids. Lord, I hope and pray that my youngins decide to stay here in Clinch County and grow up here just like I have. But they've got to have more opportunities. Encourage small businesses. Why do we have to have large corporations to come down? Employ, have businesses that employ 15, 20 people. That's all we've got to do.
I believe that we do need more businesses to come into Clinch County, countywide, not just in the city limits. We need more small businesses to occupy our downtown because we do not capitalize on the revenue that we have, that we could potentially get from the people stopping in our downtown area and shopping, eating. I mean, you look at the amount of traffic, I think it's like 1.something million cars that come through our red light every year. We should capitalize on those. The housing is an issue because there's nowhere for anyone to stay. And I really hope that we can do better and make changes because I want my children to be able to stay and work and live here and not have to move away to find a job. So we do need more industry, more small business. We need more capitalizing on what we do have.
Alrighty. Next question. Ambulance service has been brought up a time or two, and we received several questions about it, so we tried to combine them into one we thought would cover all the concerns. It says, within the last few years, the county has chosen to swap from its local ambulance service to a private third-party contractor. What has been your opinion of this decision?
I believe that the county needs to continue to maintain the ambulance service. The county, I'm not sure if everybody's aware, but the county is being served by what Gold Star was contracted to do. Everybody is quick to bash Gold Star. Well, a year or so ago, Gold Star was asked to provide what it would cost to put a second ambulance on in this county. And it was the current county commission who received those numbers, but chose to not do anything. So whenever you are sitting and cannot get an ambulance from Clinch County or cannot get an ambulance from any of the surrounding counties because they are tied up, then my suggestion would be call your local elected official because they are the ones that chose to only have the one ambulance on in our county at a time.
Look, public safety, I can't explain to you how much this is, this is very, very important. Whatever we have to do, however much we have to spend, it should not matter. When you have a kid laying on the side of the road, and we've had this happen to us personally, dying, and we have nobody. We had a wreck not 10 minutes after that one. We had to call somebody in. It was all the way down in Fargo. When are we going to say enough is enough? It don't matter. If we have to bring in an extra truck on Gold Star, let's do it. We've heard that we don't have paramedics in Homerville. We're low on paramedics. I know at least 7 that live right here in Clinch County. So if we brought back our ambulance service, they would be willing and ready to come serve their community, just like they was before they left. Let's get our service. If we have to get it back in here, let's get our service. If we can add on another truck with Gold Star, let's do it.
The reason I decided to run is after we had a citizen in Clinch County, I received, it was a friend of ours, and we realized that this person was unable to get assistance, an elderly person, outside 45 minutes in the heat. My daughter and I started the conversation, what are we going to do if something happens to Mama? What are we going to do if something happens at the blueberry shed with one of our employees? What are we going to do? And from that conversation, we got to Valdosta, and I finally looked at Ansley and said, I was asked to run years ago and chose not to. I said, I've got to do it now. I said, now is the time. I said, we're at a point where if something doesn't change, what would we be like if we were in Waycross, Georgia, with the tragedies they had over the weekend, and we have no help in town? I mean, we've got to consider, at the end of the day, the thing that makes a county and a community what it is the safety of the citizens, whether it be an ambulance service and your ability to be served by that ambulance service, or whether or not you're properly funding that and your sheriff's office. Those are your 2 things that you need to think about.
Gold Star is doing an excellent job for us, per the contract that they signed with us. We have approached Charles Proctor about another ambulance, and the cost is $490,000 more a year. And he told us that he couldn't promise that he'd have an advanced EMT on every run. If you hadn't got an advanced EMT, they can't even give a shot. Start out, they can't do anything. They just go. But we have basically all agreed we need another ambulance. But the cost and not having an ambulance sitting there, we had 3 sitting out at the hospital, but we didn't have but 1 crew because you can't afford a crew that's not producing. The figures that we got is about 1,100 calls a year to Gold Star. Each call, for what we're paying Gold Star, each call is costing $285 a call. And if you had a second ambulance on call, that cost would go up on the second ambulance to about $8,000 a call. We don't have an ambulance that costs $500,000. We don't have anywhere to sleep another crew, and the expense would just be outrageous on the county. And we discussed it about every other commissioner's meeting. Every first Monday night of the month, this is a holiday. Y'all please come.
In 2020 is when we decided to go outside the county with contract EMS service. One of the reasons we had EMTs and paramedics leaving for jobs elsewhere, we had 2 ambulances in need of major repair, and that was our biggest decision. We decided to go with contract EMS.
Okay, and talking with the past administrators, we've only had one ambulance that took it on call all the time, 24/7. That served us in emergency situations. We have looked at this numerous times. Yes, I would love to have 2 ambulances. But yes, I think my opponent said it doesn't matter what the cost is. Yes, cost does matter. Because guess who pays for that? Taxpayer pays for that. And going back to what one of the questions were before, it's just like, we have, I think Roger, somebody mentioned a while ago, we've been able to hold our taxes down to about 10.9 million in this county. One of the most important things we have large corporations out here that if they were to leave us because we taxed them out, because we taxed them out of business, and they look for somewhere else to go, and where we can hurt ourselves there too. But cost doesn't matter, and it's very expensive to run the ambulance. I think when we took and we contracted, I think South Jordan Medical Center gave us a cost of $1.2 million for one ambulance. And we were able to take a secure Gold Star for about $265, and I think now it's $285.
All righty, thank you very much. Moving on to the next question. Inflation is an issue that burdens all municipalities and individuals living in it, such as rising costs in goods and services. What suggestions do you have to help the county meet its budgetary needs while not increasing the burden upon the property owners of the county?
Thank you for that question, Barry. Inflation, if you're looking right now in the last 3 years, I think the inflation rate across the country has gone up about 19%. It's gone up more for us because we've actually lost money. We used to get $900,000 from the state through our flipper grant, and now it's down to $500,000. So we've been able to absorb that and not be able to pass that on to taxpayers and community. We have a great crew in our office that manages our financials in a way that you need to be proud of. In other words, I'll tell you, they are excellent. They watch it. They watch it like a hawk. But as far as being physically, we are in sound physical shape in our county. And I think you would be proud of the way that's been operated.
Well, I think Henry could have said that better, so I really got nothing to can top what he just said. Everything he said was actually correct.
Thank you. And what we have in reserve is great, but we still got issues with Ranier, and we have to keep some money in reserve. If not, they couldn't take the darn county. So we look at spending $1 hard, but we keep the roads up. I know that disaster on Berry Pickers, but those guys work Saturdays, Sundays. They work until they got the roads passable. And I think our office, like Henry said, does a great job in looking after our money.
As a business owner, yes, I find it extremely painful on a regular basis. Things that at once upon a time that I would buy at one price, every time it came in for months and months, I had watched prices go up, and you are my neighbors, and I do not want to break my neighbors. That has never been the goal of being in business. The goal of business is to stay in business and to make money. But also at the same time, if you're not looking at the needs of your community, and do we need to raise taxes? Let's don't talk about taxes. Let's talk about what about bringing in additional people to increase our tax base? As long as we continue to have, listen, I got something in the Huxford the other day that was written in 1959. And I read at the beginning of that dissertation, it listed 6,000 people living in Clinch County. Y'all, there's still 6,000 people living in Clinch County. And I think that that is one of the largest problems that we continue to have, is that we can't grow anything, and we can't grow Clinch, we can't change anything, and we can't overcome the problems we have unless we broaden the number of people in this community and our opportunity to create and generate more by having more people.
First off, I'd like to say cost does matter until it's one of our own family. Okay. Look, as a tow truck operator, and as you know, I used to drive a semi before. Look, in times like this, the prices of fuel is sky high, and we're still getting paid, what we was before. You have to overcome those things. There's things that you have to do and set aside at times, and you know, you just got to do what you got to do. Right now, I'm not real sure what the county looks like as far as money-wise, so if I sit here and told you this is what I would do to, you know, make sure that we don't go under, I'd be lying to you. So, get me in there, let us see what's going on, what we have, and hey, we'll work to, you know, work to make sure we do not go under.
I believe that we have to generate more revenue in our county. We can do that by having, you know, the events at the rec park. I was talking with the rec park director the other day, and one tournament out there, and he generated like over $3,000 at just the concession stand. That wasn't including the people who were in the Dairy Queen eating, or in stopping at the stores getting gas, or getting, you know, running to the dollar store and getting Gatorade, or whatever they were buying. And we have to generate more things to do in Clinch County so that people will spend their money in Clinch County. And that way, maybe, I'm not for or against raising taxes. I'll just be honest with you, because you know, we don't want to get to a point to where we're like some of the surrounding counties, and they had a 10% tax increase at one time. We don't need to let that happen in Clinch County, because Clinch County, you know, I'm a tax-paying citizen too. It's going to affect me just like it will everybody else. And we need to find ways to generate more income, bring people into Clinch County so that we possibly don't have to raise taxes.
All right, thank you. Next question. Currently in the state of Georgia, there are 19 projected hospital closures. How would you partner with our hospital to help ensure it remains viable and continues to serve our community?
I do not ever want to see our hospital close, because number one, a town without a hospital is lacking, you know, first aid, emergency care. I mean, that is your first point of contact. If you have an emergency in Clinch County, is to stop there, unless it's something really major that they may go on to a bigger hospital or trauma center or something with. I would make sure that we work with our hospital to ensure that it stays open and stays vibrant. If anything, I want to see our hospital grow, not suffer, because we need our hospital just like we need our schools.
I'd like to thank Miss Angela and for everything that she's done for this hospital. You know, you go by there and you see a lot of new things happening out there. Look, whatever we've got to do to make sure that it stays up, you know, like Miss Kim said, we'd like to see it grow. You know, don't want to have to drive to Valdosta or Douglas or, you know, Waycross every time something major is going on. But at this point in time, you know, a lot of times you have to. I'd like to see the hospital grow. Whatever we have to do to, you know, if we sit down, talk with Miss Angela, whatever we need, make sure, you know, one thing is we have doctors and you know, nurses and all that right here in Clinch County. You know, let's sit down, make sure that, you know, we ain't got big corporations coming in that's, you know, doing the jobs and stuff like that. Make sure that people from this community is there. And you know, hey, they know us. They know us on a personal level, you know, and they will take good care of it. So.
Yes, I too, I love the hospital. I have friends who work at the hospital. I have had the opportunity one time, my daughter had an allergic reaction, and thankfully Clinch County Hospital was right here. I realized that we had taken a turn, and I was immediately able to get her into the hospital. She was immediately seen and taken care of by our own community. And I agree with what Kim and Jacob are both saying, that, you know, that is the backbone of this community as well. I'm not sure exactly how many people are employed at that hospital that are from Clinch County or that could potentially be from Clinch County, but the idea is that when you lose a major business like that, it leaves a gaping hole in here. And again, I think one of the ways we can help the hospital is if we will figure out some way to make this community where we have more opportunity for people to move into Clinch County. It is appalling to me that all these years later, we still only have about 6,000 people, most of whom I'm kin to, which is okay, but it's still about the same 6,000 people population that we've had since the 50s, and something about that needs to change.
I think if you go talk to Miss Ammons or Miss Handy out in the hospital, she'll tell you she's got 100% support from the county commissioners. If she needs something, we try to help her. And we do invest in the hospital every year as a taxpayer. You do. But that's a side point. Yes, we need the hospital. It's a great place. If you got a bad cut, go in there and get bleeding stop, get sewed up, go back home instead of sitting 3 or 4 hours at another emergency room. But I'll agree, we do need to keep the hospital. And I think to answer somebody's question, I think it's about 165 employees out there. I think that's about right. So that's a good number that makes pretty darn good money in healthcare.
Yeah, I believe we need a hospital for not only for the medical services, but we have people that work there, live in Clinch County. And like Roger said, the county commission supports the hospital because we allow them to get 2 meals when they were struggling. And they're getting 2 meals of taxpayers' money on the county board, willing to help the hospital out because we really need our hospital and for the employees and the medical service.
We're very fortunate to have the hospital we do. Most small hospitals across the state are closed. This board, one thing we did do, we completely restructured the hospital board, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And then I got a real good, strong board came on, and then they made the best choice that ever happened to our hospital when they hired Miss Hanley. And she has done an outstanding job. I take a look at her report, her financial report every month. I get it and I take it home and I go through it, and I can assure you they are getting better and better every month. It's amazing what they've been able to accomplish out there. And we are very fortunate to have her. She has gotten several awards on the state level as far as being providing leadership at that hospital, and we're just very fortunate to have a hospital like we did. And they just gone through a huge renovation that we supported, close to $4 million, I believe is what it was, and the county commission supported that.
All right, this is going to be our last question here. Do you or do you not see it as a conflict of interest that our county offices, city offices, and the Board of Education is all represented by the same attorney?
Okay, thank you for that question. Mr. Corley, he's been our attorney ever since I've been on the board. And on that I can tell you about Chad Corley. He has represented us well in everything we've done. We never had any problems with him. When the city asked him to take and represent them, he contacted each one of the board members, and I told him as long as he didn't have a conflict of interest with the county, I had no problem with it. But the moment a conflict of interest came about between the city and the city of Homerville and the county, in other words, he would have to make a choice, or we'd make it for him. But no, right now I have no problem with Mr. Corley, and I see no conflict of interest.
I see no conflict of interest with Chad being an attorney, but he's been a county attorney since I've been on the board. Well, Barry was on there, then Chad went on, joined his attorney law firm. Chad became our attorney. And I think probably thinks it's a good thing that he serves all three of them because he knows what's going on with all the other ones. And evidently, he must be doing a pretty good job from all on him.
Yeah, I have no problem with Chad. I'd have no problem with anybody, but nobody's ever come and asked us, the big county attorney, and every year we just revoke Chad every year, you know. To my knowledge, I don't think anyone else has ever come to us and asked us, hey, I'd like to put my name in the pot for county attorney. Jeff Hampton is a good man, and I think he's a good attorney, and Judge Stevens, same difference. But none of them has ever come, to my knowledge, any board member and wanted to be the county attorney. But every year we reappoint Chad. Thank y'all.
Well, in full disclosure, Chad is also my family attorney and helps us with things like that. But I would say this, and I asked Chad, I said, well, if it comes down to it, I said, how are you going to decide who you're serving? And he just laughed. I never got an answer. That's what a good attorney does. He didn't, I didn't cross-examine him, and we moved on. But again, I know from the years of Daddy serving on the Board of Education, you regularly changed who the attorney was. And I suppose you can say, Mr. Henry, they took turns. I'm not sure how that worked out when it was on when Daddy served.
Just whoever we got mad at.
Just wherever you got mad at. There you go. Well, sometimes change is good. I like Chad. Chad does a great job. But I would be interested to see whose interest is he going to follow, because everybody's paying him. At what time do you decide who you're choosing? If he would like to do something different, or someone else would like the opportunity, I think it would be as simple as approaching the board and, like they said, say we would like to try it. But that's an interesting situation to be in, and until you actually allow me to get into the office, I wouldn't actually know all of the details, so I could make a decision.
Well, I don't know Chad Forley personally, but I look at it like this. What happens if the city sues the county, or the county sues the city? I mean, is he going to run to this side real quick and represent the county and then run back over here and represent the city? Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I see that's a conflict of interest in my books.
Yeah, I see a conflict of interest there because, again, if the city and county were to sue one another or something happened, then you've got the same attorney representing both. There might be a problem there or a conflict of interest, and I would like to see that they be represented by someone different.
All righty, well, that concludes our portion for the county commissioners. We do want to thank all of our candidates for coming up here. We are going to give everybody one more opportunity. If they have anything to say, we'll start down there on that end and come back this way.
Okay. I want to say that I look forward to serving not only Post 2, but all the citizens of Clinch County. I've been out and about ever since I qualified, and I've been talking with the citizens in my district, and there has been 3 major concerns that have come up in my conversations with people. And number 1 was the ambulance service, which we've addressed. Number 2 is our county maintained dirt roads. And I'm just going to take a quick second to show you a couple of pictures of some of our dirt roads that our citizens are having to drive home on. That is a major problem, and it's something that needs to be fixed. It needs to be addressed. And the third thing that I want to talk about is access to our county commission. I've heard that it takes anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks to get a response from some of the commissioners, and that's totally unacceptable. The biggest thing I'm going to say to close out is get out and go vote. Regardless of which candidate up here you decide to vote for, get out, go, let your voice be heard. But the one thing I will ask you is whoever is elected to these offices, hold them accountable, because that's what we need in Clinch County. That's the only way we're going to make change, and get out and vote.
Well, I'd like to thank Farm Bureau and Mr. Henry for his 12 years of service. I look forward to hopefully serving as county commissioner in Post 5. I'm ready to work. I'm excited about this, just being a listening ear and being the voice for everybody in Clinch County. So.
In closing, I would like to say that my family, we've been here all of our lives. I'm very proud that my father spent 30 years working with the Board of Education, and that's something that's always been important to me, is to serve your community in some type of capacity. And I would like the opportunity to serve Clinch County the same way that my daddy did, with fairness, with an open mind, and with the desire to truly change and help our community become a better place to be. Like I said before, we started a campaign years ago called Grow Clinch. And I'm not sure that I have seen Clinch really grow in all of those years. There's a lot of things that are happening downtown, but I think the important part of this is going to be for us to come together, to work, and to try to improve our community with infrastructure, like Kim said, with the roads, with the different things, with paving highways, just getting out, taking the opportunity to talk to our constituents and find out exactly what's going on. Because Jacob's right, we need to be listening and to be heard and to respond to the needs of the people around us, so that we can grow Clinch and make Clinch County the best place to live in this area.
I want to thank everyone for coming. I'm running Post 3. I appreciate every vote I can get in Post 3. And Ms. Kim, if you would call the commissioner's office first thing in the morning and tell us which road is impassable, I will assure you it won't take 5 weeks for somebody to get it done.
I've enjoyed serving people in Clinch County and doing what I can to listen to them and take care of all their needs. And I would appreciate your vote and support. Thank you.
Once again, thank Farm Bureau for sponsoring this tonight. Thank all of y'all for being here. Hope I will be re-elected to continue to serve y'all for another 4 years. Going back to the roads, I got to take up for our road department. We just got through getting 5.2 inches of rain. When you drop that in less than 6 hours, all the roads are going to be messed up. And I would challenge you to go to Lanier. I would challenge you to go to Berrien County, Atkinson County, Ware County, Eccles County, Charlton County, and ride on those roads and then come back and ride on ours. Because I'm all over, all the time, in the woods working and doing different things. So our county crew does a wonderful job. Proud of that bunch, and I will stick up for them and stand up for them all the time. But once again, just thank y'all for being here, and that concludes my comments.
All right, folks, there you go. There's the first segment.
I thank our county commission candidates. It's a brief little intermission. We'll let everything get changed out, and we'll probably get, it's 11 after, we'll try to get started back here by 7:20 with our candidates for sheriff and probate magistrate.
All right, there you go. We're going to take about a 5-minute break, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're going to run some ads right here on Creekbox, and me and Daniel will be back for the second segment right here, hosted by Farm Bureau.
Homerville Jewelers in Homerville is your headquarters for bridal and baby registry. Our newly remodeled location has that special gift for the bride and groom or that perfect gift for the new baby. Homerville Jewelers has the gifts that are suited for any special occasion, whatever it might be. Homerville Jewelers can perform jewelry repairs and offers a variety of diamonds, gold, sterling silver, watches, and necklaces. No need to shop out of town. Homerville Jewelers can supply all your gift and jewelry needs. Let Kathy Townsend and staff serve you at Homerville Jewelers, East Dame Avenue, Homerville.
Dairy Queen is a proud part of our local communities and is cheering our sports teams on to championship seasons. Drop by before and after the game to say hello to Mr. Ash and his entire crew and enjoy the full Dairy Queen menu, including our famous grilled burgers, artisan-style sandwiches, and chicken strips. Cool off with our renowned smoothies, slushies, malts, and iced coffees. Try our fabulous desserts and take an ice cream cake home for that special occasion, or just to treat the family. Dine in or take out at Dairy Queen locations in Homerville, Blackshear, Folkestone, and Fernandina Beach. See you at the DQ. Lee Engineering and Construction Company in DuPont, Georgia has been a part of the community since 1935 and is proud to support Clinch County athletics. The prayer of the entire Lee Engineering family is that our Lord and Savior will richly bless our schools, community, and nation.
At Douglas Metal and Steel Manufacturing, we only use top quality steel and roofing. And with our on-staff custom designer, we can customize your building to best suit your needs. From large commercial, agriculture, or just a place to store your stuff. And it comes with a written 40-year warranty that we'll put in your hand. It's not just quality we stand behind, but we stand on. Call today for a free quote. Douglas Metal and Steel Manufacturing. We are steel #1.
Lutz, Brown, Pigler, and Manley Insurance Agency is locally owned and has been a part of the Homerville, Clinch County community for many years. We make it a priority to know our clients on a personal basis and take pride in customizing insurance coverage for the particular needs of each customer. We offer all lines of insurance, including auto, home, business, life insurance, annuities, and bonds. Lutz, Brown, Pigler, and Manley Insurance Agency, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Go Panthers!
Clinch Memorial Family Practice is growing to better meet the needs of our community. Located in the heart of Homerville, we're convenient for so many of you from Homerville to Lakeland, Statenville, and Pearson. We're a qualified team to take care of you and your family. In addition to primary care, we are a medical spa. We provide a variety of massage therapy and aesthetic services. From sick visits to deep tissue massages and facials, Clinch Family Practice is here to serve you.
We look forward to seeing you.
We'll treat you like good friends and neighbors should at the home of the lifetime warranty, Walker Jones Chevrolet, Memorial Drive in Waycross, and online at WalkerJonesChevy.com. Chevy, together let's drive. Walker Jones Chevrolet.
Be merry this holiday season at the Merry Averett, located in the heart of downtown Homerville, Georgia, the largest Christmas decor and holiday showroom south of Atlanta. Come experience the magic of the holiday season with brands such as Christopher Radko, Mark Roberts, and Glitterville, with an extensive selection of tree trimmings, tabletop decor, and holiday-themed gifts. The Merry Averett has everything you need to make every day a holiday. Located in Homerville, Georgia, the Averett House offers the finest selection of bespoke home decor, thoughtfully curated gifts, fresh and permanent florals, jewelry, and bridal registries. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with limited shopping hours on Wednesday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The Averett House is the ultimate shopping destination with gifts for him and her. Don't forget your little ones this holiday season at our newest store, The Little Averett, offering a large selection of children's clothing, toys, paper goods, and baby registries with brands such as Proper Peony, Beaufort Bonnet, Feltman Brothers, Noodle and Boo, and Mary Mary. Merry Averett and The Little Averett are open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. with limited shopping hours Wednesday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join us for the merriest shopping experience in the South.
Crafted with you in mind, our homes are a blend of style and warmth, turning dreams into reality. Whether you're seeking mobile, modular, or manufactured homes, Clayton Homes of Waycross has the perfect fit for you. Join the thousands who've chosen comfort, chosen quality, chosen Clayton Homes. Call today to speak with one of our experienced home consultants, 912-284-1728. We also offer land home packages, Clayton Homes of Waycross.
Alrighty, well, we'll go ahead and get started with our next portion of this evening's forum. We have our candidates for sheriff and our candidates for probate magistrate. We'll start on this end with Sheriff Tinsley and let him introduce himself and say a little bit and move on down the line and we'll get started.
Good evening. My name is Stephen Tinsley. I'm the current sheriff of Clinch County. I grew up here, graduated high school here. Then I pursued a career in law enforcement, both on the state level and the federal level. I retired from DEA after 22 years and returned here because this is home to me. I'm proud of Clinch County, I love Clinch County. I love the people of Clinch County. And I wanted to come back and serve them and do the best that I could to provide a professional law enforcement entity here and control the criminals and make it better for our grandchildren and children, as well as your grandchildren and children, to succeed in life and not have to put up with the drugs and the other criminal activities.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Raymond Peterson. I'm the former sheriff of Clinch County, and I just want to thank all of you for being here and thank the Farm Bureau for having us. I just want to say I appreciate your support and vote, and I'll do everything in my power to make Clinch County a good place to live for all our children. I got a soon-to-be 6-year-old that lives in Clinch County too, and I want it safe for her. And as I said, I appreciate your support and vote, and I'll do everything in my power to keep Clinch County going good.
Good evening. My name is Alexis Williams. I'm no stranger to Clinch County. I'm a proud Panther. Graduated in 2002. I furthered my education at Valdosta State with a bachelor's in English. I've been working with the Department of Juvenile Justice for a total of 8 years now. I appreciate your vote.
Good evening. I'm Marion Davis, and I'm asking for your support as I seek election as Clinch County Probate Magistrate Judge. I was born and raised in Homerville. My parents are Buddy and Ginger Tayson, who are also raised in Homerville. I'm married to John Davis, and we have 3 children and 4 grandchildren. With over 30 years of legal experience, I'm ready, willing, and able to serve Clinch County as your next probate judge. Thank you.
I do want to mention right quick, we do have one more qualified candidate for sheriff, Mr. Jalen Thomas, but he's not here this evening. And we also have our current magistrate judge, Miss Kim Smith, but her husband had a medical procedure today, and she was not able to make it this evening. So those are where the other 2 candidates we have are. All right. We'll start, since the microphone's down there with Miss Marion. This question is for the magistrate. What's the reason you chosen to seek the office of probate magistrate judge?
I started my career over 30 years ago. I obtained a paralegal certificate from VSC. It was VSC then, it's now VSU. I started working at Sutton & Associates for Barry & Sutton in 1990. And in 1992, I went to work at the Helms Law Firm. We handled various matters at the Helms Law Firm. We did civil, criminal, workers' comp, probate, medical malpractice, and nursing home neglect. I've always had a special interest in the probate part of it. I have valuable hands-on experience, and as your probate magistrate judge, I will use these skills to effectively and efficiently serve the citizens of Clinch County.
So I considered this position 4 years ago, and then I kind of rethought it, and I kind of talked myself into not running, but the time came again, and I said, this is my time to do it. I understand there's a couple sides to probate. You know, there's a cheerful side, and there's a bad side. And when I say cheerful, I mean there's a side when you can rejoice, and that's marriage. But there's also a side where you have to deal with death, and you have to help people with their estates. I'm that person to help you with either side. I'm that person to help you walk through all of that. I'm proud of my rapport with the community here, and I want to continue growing Clinch and helping the citizens of Clinch County.
Alrighty, the next question is out there for former Sheriff Peterson. It says, according to your ad published in the paper, you mentioned that you would work tirelessly to rebuild trust between law enforcement and the communities. Could you speak toward this?
Yes, I've had a lot of citizens say that they don't trust the sheriff we have now. They've come to me personally. When I was sheriff, I had an open door policy. Anybody and everybody could come in and talk to me at any time. I could ride in any part of Clinch County and citizens would talk to me. They trusted me. They had a respect for me and I had a respect for them. And I want to keep that with the citizens of Clinch County.
Sure, thank you for the opportunity. First off, that article in the paper that former Sheriff Peterson put in there, indicated that he wanted to take back control of the Sheriff's Department. First and foremost, he's gone to the same Sheriff's Academy that I went to. He served as a sheriff for 4 years. I've only been here 3 years, and first thing that he needs to understand, and you as a citizen needs to understand, is there is no Sheriff's Department. It is a Sheriff's office. It's constitutionally given to a citizen who gets elected by their citizens in their county. Therefore, they are in control of the law enforcement activities in the county, and they have to do whatever is necessary to provide that service to the county, to serve each and every citizen, regardless of their financial status, regardless of their last name. I'm here to do that, and will continue to do that, just like I've done the last 3 years. And I will show you the stats to prove that.
What has been your opinion of not having a detention facility within the county to house the inmates?
That was one of my goals that I spoke on 4 years ago when I was running to be the sheriff of Clinch County. Clinch County needs a jail, a detention center. Clinch County, at some point in the future, must have a jail and detention center. We are spending almost $800,000 transporting prisoners back into the other counties, putting funding in their counties. We're paying for their jails. That is not what we need to be doing. We need to come up with a solution to make it where we can pay for our own bank accounts and any money that we have to borrow since we can't get grants. We have to figure out a way to get us a jail here. Other counties will provide their inmates to us where we can make money instead of us doing it. Plus, it takes time away from our deputies. They're not in the county when they're having to transport people, as well as vehicle maintenance.
I also believe that Clinch County needs a jail, but it's not up to me, it's up to the commissioners. When I was the sheriff, I went to the commissioners trying to get a jail. Right then and there, it wasn't economical for us to have a jail. The jail we had was built like a school. I'd love to have a jail. I'd love to house it where people from Clinch County could go up there and see their family or friends. But $4 or $5 million to build a jail would raise the taxes. But hopefully one day we can come up with a solution so we can have a jail and make jobs for people in Clinch County and out of the county, because you'd have to have at least one jailer for about every 8 inmates. So it's going to cost the county a lot of money to have a jail, but yes, I'd love to have a jail in Clinch County.
All right, next question for our magistrate. What experience do you have that would benefit the citizens of Clinch County if you were elected to this position?
I spoke on my rapport with the community. I've been a city councilman now for 10 years, and I think that I've built a pretty good rapport with Clinch County, Homerville. And in this position, you know, it takes a level of trust. I feel like citizens, again, will trust me enough. You know, and again, in this position, you have to trust people. This is a confidential, you know, position. People have to trust you enough to come in there and speak on their estates or personal issues. I feel like me being a city councilman for 10 years, I've had experience with, you know, with the community and the community trusting me.
With my experience at the law office, we dealt with probate a lot, and often probate courts referred to as family court, and magistrate is like the people's court. Both courts, they involve complex legal matters. The probate is, you know, distributing the assets of a deceased person, conservatorship of incapacitated adults or minors. And then with the people's court, it often involves people who, for some reason or another, can't pay their debts and have a judgment against them, have their wages garnished. I feel like I have the experience, the compassion, and I think that I would do a really good job helping people in what is always a difficult time at probate and magistrate court.
All right, thank you. We'll move back to former Sheriff Peterson for the next question. And I have this marked off, but I think I'm working between two pieces of paper, so I think I missed it. What, in your opinion, is the number one crime-related issue that needs an immediate plan of action in the foreseeable future?
Right now, in most all counties, it's methamphetamine. It's easy and cheap to make. It's hard to catch them because they can do it in their car. But as sheriff, me and my deputies and investigators and hopefully a drug agent will be out there riding the dirt roads, riding the highways, having people trust them enough to tell us where these people's making it so we can get in and put a stop to it.
The opportunity was given to former Sheriff Peterson to do just that almost 7 years ago now. And during his time, he only made 74 drug cases. I've made 424. The possessions, felony possessions of drugs, which is major drug deals, my department has made 237 in working with other agencies, being State Patrol, GBI, Homerville Police Department. We've recovered over 117 weapons. My main goal is to help any victim, whether it's sexual abuse, child molestation, assaults, burglaries, anything that happens to a victim. That's what we're here to work and investigate, to bring cases against the criminal.
All right. Sheriff Tinsley, you just said that. Said according to your ad in the paper, you mentioned that it's absolutely unacceptable that people have not been held accountable for taking advantage of elderly people or abusing children. How do you feel that several people are not being held accountable when it comes to the issues of domestic violence?
I thank you for asking me that question. I am a human being. I am married to another human being. Me and my wife have trouble, just like every one of the citizens of this county. And I stand firm that if anyone would like to speak to my wife and ask for the details, they are willing to, she is willing and able to speak to you individually. We all make mistakes. I'm not a perfect human being. And domestic violence is a major issue in this county for sure. We deal with it on a daily basis, and we have to go and address it. The problem that I foresee as sheriff, though, is that I don't have any help to send to domestic violence. That's one of the most dangerous issues that we have to deal with, and we normally only have one deputy on at any given shift to go deal with that, and we need more, and that's what I'm going to work to get.
Domestic violence should never happen. No woman, man, child should strike their parents, their spouse, anyone. No child should take their parents' food or anything else from them or not give them enough to eat. As your sheriff, I'm going to lock these people up if all possible. Why should we let anybody treat you that way? When I was sheriff, I had a full crew. We went to it. The main problem was when you get there, the spouse would say, "Oh, I don't want them locked up." They didn't mean to do it, and they wouldn't prosecute. But now the law's changed where you can prosecute anyway, and I'm planning on doing that. Thank you.
All right. One final question for the probate magistrates is: what is the most pressing issue facing Clinch County that you can be addressed by your office?
From hearing the citizens talk, and this isn't to throw anybody under the bus. One of the issues is, you know, when probate is approached, you know, things are signed off on that can be observed a little more or investigated a little more. I'm not that person who is quick to sign off or just agree with anything. I'm the one who's going to make sure it's done right, take my time, look into it, make sure it's done right. Because I don't want to make mistakes. I'm human just like anybody else, and we all make mistakes. But take the time to figure out what's the problem before you just jump on it.
One of the best things about our government is that people get to choose who they want to serve them. I'm not in that office. I can't really speak to what could be done better that's being done now. I know that if I were elected, one thing that I would change is accessibility. If I'm elected, the office will stay open during lunch. Right now it's closed. I would have the employees stagger their lunch so that someone would be available at all times of the day. Professionalism, and this is again not saying that the present judge is not professional, but I want to ensure that everybody that comes before the probate or magistrate court is treated with respect, compassion, and that their rights and interests are protected. And that's my goal.
All right, we got one last question here for our sheriff candidates. Illegal immigration is a huge issue facing our entire nation. What's allowed to go on with our southern border by our federal government is an outright attack on our nation. We have a lot of immigrant and migrant workers here within the county working in blueberries and other industries, and there are much needed workers that are here legally. And just ask how you plan, what would be your strategy on handling this, dealing with illegal immigration here?
Well, if they are illegal and they commit a crime, they will be locked up and sent back wherever they came from. Now, I will talk to the farmers and have them give their workers rides so they won't be driving. But if they drive and they drinking, they'll go to jail. So that's what I do.
I agree with Mr. Peterson. Here in this county, it is definitely a problem. Farmers for Peterson, signs have been put out all over this county. I am confident that all farmers aren't against Sheriff Tinsley. But the fact of the matter is, people who are illegally in this country committing crimes against me, my family, you and your family, against your children. Here in this county, just this last year, we've had an 8-year-old female raped, mutilely violated by someone here with a local farmer that brought them here that has no problem with them doing whatever they want to do. We get drunks every day, and we deal with it. And I catch the wrath of worse than other people about doing my job. It is my duty to uphold the law and have law and order in this county. And that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Alrighty, just one last chance to everybody, got anything else they want to say? And just your last opportunity to speak to the voters.
First and foremost, I'm a Christian. I wake up every morning and ask the good Lord to lead me where I need to go and who I need to deal with. And in each occasion that I have to encounter a citizen, whether it's doing an investigation against them or trying to help a victim, I ask for his guidance in everything I do. I am confident that I have done an excellent job as your sheriff the last 3 years and 3 months. And I promise you that I will continue to do that as we move forward after this election. I have nothing bad to say about any candidate up here. I thank them for stepping up and wanting to serve this county. I just feel confident that I'm better at being the sheriff, and I would appreciate your vote. And I promise you we'll continue to make progress like we've done the last 3.5 years. You can go check the stats in the newspaper on Facebook, and that'll prove what I'm confident about.
All I want to say is I appreciate your support and vote. I'm here for the citizens of Clinch County. Anybody can say numbers anytime they want to. They can say this or do that. I did my job when I was in office, and I'll do my office again. I'll do my job when I get in office again. So thank you.
I look forward to serving you as probate magistrate judge. If you're looking for someone who's going to be fair, do the job to the best of his ability, and serve the citizens of Clinch County, vote for Alexis Williams.
I'd like to thank the Farm Bureau and Creek Box and all of the employees that helped put this forum on tonight. And I just ask for your vote and support, and I look forward to speaking to you over the next couple of weeks. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our event for the evening. We'd like to thank all of y'all for coming out. We'd like to thank all the crew at Creek Box for broadcasting this out there on the internet, and so we could give a watch to those at home. And early voting starts next week. Y'all get out there and vote. Let your voice be heard. Thank you and God bless.
All right, everyone, there you go. We appreciate Clinch County Homerville Farm Bureau for hosting this event. We got to give a shout out to our sponsors. I want to remind everybody to be sure and vote. Early voting next week can start. We have Homerville Jewelers, Dre Snack Shack, Clinch Memorial Community Paramedicine Program, Homerville Fargo Feed and Seed, Clinch Memorial Pharmacy, Clayton Homes of Waycross, Clinch Memorial Family Practice, Pizza Inn of Waycross, Big K and Lee Engineering in DuPont, Georgia, Savage Turner Law Firm out of Savannah, Georgia, Camping World of Valdosta, Napa Auto, Big Daddy's on Highway 84, Walker Jones in Waycross, Burt CPA, Lutz Brown Insurance, Moore Farms right there in Maynard, Georgia for all your best produce, Huey's One Stop, Douglas Metal, Richard's Meat, Seafood, and Famous Barbecue Sauce, the Averett House, the Little Averett, and the Mary Averett, and Clinch Memorial Hospital. We appreciate all our sponsors. If you'd love to become a sponsor, if you'll reach out to me or Daniel, we can hook you up and add you to the Creek Box family. Before I get out of here, we want to remind everybody, time to break out your cowboy boots. Clinch Memorial Foundation Cowboy Ball this Friday. Join us at Lee Farm Reserve, April the 26th at 7 p.m. for our second annual event fundraiser. Don't miss out. Great entertainment from the Greer Smith Band and the Hat and Steel, the Delicious Fruit. That's Greer Smith's band named Hat and Steel, and delicious food and drinks. We hope to see you there. I've already got my boots. Jamie Hendricks' big shirt picked out. Daniel's might come show up, man, but we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight here on Creek Box. Don't forget to vote. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.